We're leaking some transmission fluid on my vehicle here. Here we've got a leaking transmission cooling line. You can see the wetness all around it. What happens is there's a little O-ring inside of there that we're going to replace. That kind of breaks down and starts leaking. This is pretty common on these vehicles with this hard 3/8 inch line going into the transmission. And you get yourself a little kit like this. It comes with new O-rings and clips. It's a pretty easy repair. Let's get right to it. First thing, there's a little plastic cover here that we got to just slide out of the way. Then underneath, there's one of those little metal clips. You'll have to use a pick to try to get it out. You can reuse these metal clips. They don't really recommend them because they can kind of get bent out of shape. But go ahead and order that kit that I showed you at the very beginning of this. I'll put an Amazon link in the description below of a kit you can order. That includes brand new O-rings and these clips. Sometimes they can be a little bit of a pain to get out. There it is. Now make sure you have a drain pan handy underneath and we can wiggle this transmission line out. We're going to lose some fluid here. Now down inside it you can see that O-ring. That is what we're going for. And I'll use another little pick with a hook on it to grab that O-ring and pull it out. There's the bad O-ring, and here are my brand new O-rings with the new clips, and this fits 3/8 inch hard lines that go into your transmission. Like I said, I'll put an Amazon link for these in the description below. This fits a lot of Dodge, Chrysler, GM. This is actually a 2012 Jeep Wrangler that I'm working on right now, so let's put our new O-ring in. Okay, now I've got the new O-ring in there. I found it easiest to kind of push it partway in and then hold it in the groove with like a real small flathead screwdriver. Then I used my pick here just to kind of work the rest of it into place. Be very careful not to scrape it though or cut it or anything because you're just going to create a leak again. So be real gentle and get it back in the groove. Now before we slide the transmission line back into place, we're actually going to put our clip in first. Now imagine this clip is like a circle. You'll notice that there's 3 points that indent on it. We need those 3 points to slide into the groove on the outside. I'll show you where that groove is. So you'll notice that there's a little slot right there, and then there's one up at the top up here, and one down at the bottom here. So we just need to make sure that that clip sits in there nicely. Alrighty, got one of those clips pushed in place. I'm happy with how it's seated down in there. Now I can simply push that transmission line in until it clicks in place. Alright, looks like the clip is in place. The line is in there nice and tight. Be sure to give it a good tug, wiggle on it, try to pull it out a little bit. Just make sure that you're securely fastened. Next we're going to wipe it up and clean it up real good, because one of the very important steps coming up, we're going to spray this down with some brake cleaner or degreaser or something, because we're going to watch for leaks. After we drive this for a while, first we're going to put some fluid in it, but we're going to clean up all this wetness around here so that we can just keep track of any future leaks. Make sure we got a good seal here. Slide our little plastic cover back into place. And it looks like we lost about 1/3 of a quart of fluid. And yes, this looks really dark. It looks darker in here than it actually is. I had a little bit of old oil in here as well. But I'm fixing these leaks because I do need to do a transmission fluid change on this vehicle, so I'll be getting to that soon. But in the meantime, we need to look up the type of fluid we need and top it off. And you can look in your owner's manual or online for the type of fluid you need for your vehicle. Mine looks like it takes ATF +4. Now on my vehicle, there's a transmission dipstick right towards the back here. And there's a hot and cold level on my dipstick. So I'm going to start the Jeep up and take it through all the gears, leave it in park. Obviously the transmission is cold right now, so I'm going to be checking that cold level. I'll probably have to add about 1/2 quart of fluid right down that dipstick hole, and we'll double check it. I will also drive it for a little while, get that transmission hot, and then check it again to make sure that it's at the appropriate level when it's hot. So hope this video helped you out. If so, be sure to give it a like, subscribe to my channel for other content, and have a good day.